That's Trey.
And that's Goldie.
We're friends
From college.
Then Trey married my sister.
But unfortunately, we got divorced.
We didn't really talk about that.
Mostly because there's nothing to talk about.
It was all good.
Our friendship deepened while we were both employed at an event production consulting company,
We spent 280 plus days on the road.
which made us expert business travelers.
And expert best friends who always had one goal in mind.
Host a podcast together. And after people didn't like the first 6 shows, including one where we interviewed building contractors in the Upper Peninsula while they were working,
And one where we searched the country for the next great kid blues guitarist.
we realized we weren't making shows about our true passion.
We had to talk about the thing we know and love more than anything.
Welcome to Business Trips. Welcome to Business Trips, everybody. We are Trey and Goldie, and we're here to talk about business travel. This is a special one. This is our 20th episode, the platinum episode of Business Trips.
It is. It's a big occasion.
Yeah, it's pretty special. I don't know if a lot of podcasts get to the 20, but we are lucky enough to have done that. It may not come out 20th overall, but it in recording order is the big 20.
I think a lot of podcasts, from what I understand, a lot of podcasts don't make it past 5.
I heard that's always you get past there and you're in elite air. So we are going to talk about that. We got a little bit of a special one here. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Let's pay some bills.
Business Trips is brought to you by Cultural Interiors. Welcome, bonjour, bienvenuto, jambo, lumella. That's how they might say hello to you at Cultural Interiors when you walk into the store to buy things that make your home feel more global. Goldie and I always talk about having a home decor that feels like it has an eye toward all humans and their struggles. For example, without getting too political, I currently have an even balance of art from Ukraine and Russia, 50% from each. And Cultural Interiors is the place to find some of that kind of stuff. Walking around Cultural Interiors for 45 minutes is like walking around the entire earth for 45 minutes. And there are only 2 people who could do the latter, the superhero Quicksilver and our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Unfortunately, both of those people are fictional, but you can basically be them by visiting Cultural Interiors. You'll essentially travel the globe in 45 minutes, or the amount of time that you browse, even though that's physically impossible for anyone but Quicksilver and our Lord and Savior. Cheops gemstone bracelets, women of cloud forest, geometric triangle luminaries, Tagua organic nutshell earrings, moksha beaded bracelets, Afro socks, bush beer scented soap. It's all here. Even yo-yos and mugs with Maya Angelou on them. People say we've cast too wide a net, but those people aren't you. You are smart and worldly. You will shop at Cultural Interiors. You will shop at Cultural Interiors. You will shop at Cultural Interiors.
Wow.
And that was all in the copy.
3.
They did 3 at the end.
3 at the end.
Yeah, I think they're kind of... There's that thing with like jingles and stuff that...
I remember once we were at a retreat and we took a workshop that focused on building communication skills, and they talked about repetition. There's power in that.
Yes.
And then the number 3.
Oh, yeah.
Has a stickiness to it.
The 3. And there, I will say we are a non-denominational podcast, but that, we love our advertisers, and that ad did get a little bit Christian-y a few times, and there's a big 3 there, too.
There is, but also... There was some religious elements to that, but then also at one point I believe they referred to Jesus as being a fictional character, and that really was.
There is, I think that's an actual.
Is that
guy.
What's happening now?
Oh, I don't know.
Are people saying it's fictional?
Well, what I've always heard is that. Yeah,
okay.
I think that might be happening a little bit more.
Okay.
For better or worse,
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it was a bunch of men and women that we have combined.
A committee. And then you do, by the way, you've got Russian dolls.
Yeah.
And Ukrainian dolls.
Yes.
And the Ukrainian ones seem like they are also Russian dolls, but you said that something in the way that they're painted.
Yes, it's the paint quality. It's they for one thing, they never use red because of the Russia.
Sure.
It's kind of a maroonish. And then I've got the both the Lego Kremlin and the Lego Kiev clock tower.
Doesn't it seem funny? By the way, here's a little letting you in on a little bit of Trey that you don't know about. No one can assemble a plus 500 piece Lego environment faster than Trey.
Oh, I bet there's like some kids on the spectrum who could or whatever.
For sure, but you're not, and unless you are. But I didn't.
I
we
think
all
it's
are,
possible.
right?
I'm just saying that there's whiz kids. I didn't.
We're all a little gay, right?
Absolutely. So it's our 20th episode. So we thought we'd talk to each other, and we don't have a guest. It's just kind of going to be a special little episode where we also kind of want to talk to you. And so a little while ago, I tweeted I X'd and threaded. Send us your questions, and let's check what we got. Speaking of Jesus, time to pull in the fish net and see what we got there, Saul.
Because Jesus was able to probably, they say he was the best carpenter of all time, but I think also best fisherman of all time.
Yeah, he was. If he's real, he was that.
I mean, I think he was real. I don't know why it just keeps. I guess that's the more current thing. I can't keep up with it.
We have 4 fish.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. This X post was
all right
several hours ago, and we got 4 of you wrote in.
That's just for now.
Yeah,
because
this will grow, and
we've got to. They're saying that our listenership is, if you could chart it, it's going up.
Increase. I'll leave the names out.
Okay.
But the first one says, I don't like the podcast. I don't like the hosts. I don't like the humor. I don't like the topics. Is this the start of a new podcast? And I wonder if she's...
That's a funny... Well, what does she mean? Is it the start of a new podcast?
Right. I think... Because at first I was like...
We're not afraid of criticism, by the way.
No. We love notes. In fact, this sounds like the notes we get from our boss, Beth.
Oh, boy.
She always is like, I don't like this topics. I don't like this last episode.
And I'm not that interested in you both.
Yeah. And so this might be her with a
like
fake name or
these.
something. Yeah. But I wondered if she was asking, is that the start? Is the rest of her tweet the start of a new podcast? And it could be.
Who Needs Enemies?
Where
is the way that is.
Welcome back to Who Needs Enemies. Because the other concept of it would be, are we starting a new podcast called Season 2 of Business Trips?
I see.
But that apparently she would hope has no similarity to what we called Season 1 of Business Trips. It'd be an odd naming.
Yeah, she's sort of. I'm gathering that she doesn't like anything about it as a concept, and then also in the execution, which I feel like those are 2 totally separate things. So in some ways, I'm in favor of we're not going to be for everyone.
That's right.
But if we're not going to be for some people, then I want them to really be disgusted.
And to reach out and let us know.
Because you don't want to be neither here nor there.
No, I think we're...
That's like kissing your sister, which is what you used to do to mine.
Oh, Christ, I thought you were...
Yeah, I guess that's different. That's kissing someone else's sister. Anyway.
And anyway, so to answer the first question, is this the start of a new podcast? No. Not really. No. Thank you for that one.
Yeah.
Next one's...
Later on, maybe tell me her name.
Okay. I think it might be Beth in disguise.
It seems a lot like Beth.
Fred S. says, did Trey like the new Wonka movie? Now, this guy is reading my brain. I loved the new Wonka movie. Timothee Chalamet shines. And the Oompa Loompas are hilarious.
Why?
They're just like doing the funniest stuff. They're
Are they
physical.
little? Are they little people?
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell how they did it in the 2023 version. It could be just shooting people far away.
I see. So it's more of a, what do they call that? Perspective.
It might have been, but they were funny. They were more physical than the original ones. The original ones were.
What are these guys doing?
They're kind of just the way they walk.
Okay.
They do this thing sometimes where they're kind of like blinking, and you can't tell if they're falling asleep, but it's just a long blink.
Oh.
I love the new Wonka. You have to see it. I was bugging you, and then I was finally like, I'm not waiting anymore.
I don't. Well, yeah, we do. We like to go to movies together. That wasn't one that I was excited to see. I wanted to see the Killers of the Flower Moon, and you said you're not interested in seeing anything else that's going to depict Native Americans in a way that's, you said, too historical. And you like a cartoonier version of that whole difficult subject.
I prefer a happier take on it, and yeah, I think I would be the last person to try to speak on their behalf, but I think they would too. You know, I don't think they
would be the last to speak on it as well.
Yes.
Or okay.
I think no one should be speaking on which of the versions is better. It should just happen.
I don't want to see Wonka there's two reasons. One is Chalamet's a little too sexy.
Yeah.
I mean, Gene Wilder was a lot of things, but I was,
Yeah.
Chalamet, first of all, is he still, how old is he? It doesn't even feel appropriate.
Yeah. He could,
Wonka's not supposed to be 16.
He could be 15. He could be 40. He's one of those guys.
Right. So there's that. And then also everyone has told me, and maybe it's some stuff I read, I like to read a few different film critics. Mm-hmm. And a lot of talk about how much CGL, computer generated. What's the I?
It might be L.
Image, I suppose.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not into that. I don't. Yeah. I like a natural.
I loved
action.
Avatar, and you weren't as into it. I love Avatar. I love Avatar: Shape of Water. Everything Avatar. I love it.
And I have a hard time letting go enough to enjoy something fantastical like that. And I've told you before, I am terrified of AI.
Yeah, I know. I thought Avatars looked so good that there was a week or two where I was kind of like glancing around trees looking for little blue buggers.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, well, that's what
you're calling them.
That's how you describe them.
And you said you were sort of, you were feeling like some of these avatars were actually, you're like, one of those, it's like, because they don't have gender, or do they?
No, I don't think so.
But you were like, one of them is a little sexy.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's my issue with Chalamet.
I think most of them are sexy. And but yeah, there's definitely one or two. I like their eyes.
Okay.
I'll look at those blue buggers all day. Rick K says, do Trey and Goldie, do you guys have any tips on loyalty programs and the best ways to redeem points? Great question.
Yes. So number one is open up as many credit cards as you can. We've talked about this a little bit.
Yeah.
They're going to offer you 40,000 miles on Delta, 60,000 miles on Southwest, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There is, once you spend a little bit in that first month, you were able to redeem those miles.
Right.
And then after that, throw those credit cards in the trash.
Yeah, cut them up.
Cut them first.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a life hack that we want to give our gift our listeners. I would say, I'll say this. For 10 years, I was committed to Spirit. I was all Spirit all the time. Yep. I was very loyal. And I had a therapy breakthrough that was because I didn't like myself enough. And after a couple of years of therapy, I'm Delta now. And so that's a way to save a lot on some therapy is that if you're only exclusively flying Spirit.
Are you also a little bit saying that Delta, just switching from Delta to Spirit, is like therapy or not really?
No.
Okay. Another one that we like a lot is Southwest has a companion pass.
Yes. Oh.
And that is an amazing thing. So it sounds like a lot of money at first, but then when you realize you can travel with your pal, your spouse, if you're trying to win brownie points with your boss and you get along well with them and it's not going to be awkward, you got a free +1 whenever you want on Southwest. So,
yeah.
And I think we've talked about this before. They run routes that a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
They're going to go Long Beach to Albuquerque.
Yep.
Who else does that?
Yeah.
No one else.
No one.
Yeah.
No one. And you got your adopted kid. You got whatever. By the way, I would love for the young lady who said I don't like the topics to listen to the last 5 minutes of our show just now.
Good gosh.
See if you enjoyed the info
Good
about
gosh.
Southwest or not.
Yeah, we're giving you stuff. We're giving you stuff that not a lot of people are going to give you.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say try to disguise the name, but it's more of a phrase, so I'm just going to say it. I bet they're okay with it. Leather Jacket Attitude. I like that handle.
Oh, that's a person's
That's the name.
on their account.
Yes. Trey just wants to mention I love the podcast. Okay. I thought they were cool from the leather jacket.
Okay.
But genuinely, it has been
LJA.
my favorite pod of the year. I was bummed I didn't notice a new one. I mean, this sounds like it's...
What does that mean?
A new one must have popped up, and
I see.
they were...
Right.
There was no question in that, and it sounds now like I wrote it.
Okay. Yeah, is that from us to us?
I guess it might have been.
By the way, not upset about that. We're happy to take a compliment once in a while. We don't always need it to be critical.
Yeah. It's kind of balances out that first one a little bit.
Beth.
Yeah. Thanks, Beth. She's gonna yell at us for that.
Yeah, we'll probably get in trouble for that.
On Threads, no one replied with questions, but
okay.
we did get a like.
Okay.
That's not too...
And I guess it's fair to say we're also just getting going on kind of our social media engagement.
Yes.
So by the time you're listening to this, I guess I would say let's get you starting to ask questions. Send them to our handles or to the Business Trips account.
Yeah, we would need to make that.
We're going to do that.
I got a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Travel question. And it's one I was thinking about, and I actually don't know. I know a lot about you. I know a lot about
Kansas
traveling.
City, Missouri.
Oh, okay. That might be part of it.
Okay.
Part of the... Have you ever, in fact, this could be, have you ever seen a ghost in an old hotel you're in?
You better believe it.
Was it in Kansas City? Did you?
No. It
Oh,
wasn't.
shoot. That would have...
It was in Philadelphia. And
wow.
And I was going to the ice machine.
Oh.
And there's always that little, you got to go around that little corner to get to those machines.
Yeah. And they're loud. They're scary loud.
They are. And I almost, some people hear something. I felt it.
Oh, yeah. I've heard about this
sometimes. Someone tapping me on the shoulder.
Ooh.
And then came, "You're taking forever." I'm like, hey. And I turned around like, I'm in my underwear. Okay? I've got a squirt.
You went down the hall in it? Your underwear?
Well, yeah, it's late. It's like,
Okay.
I think that's allowed. I just underwear and shoes and a sweater. Yeah.
Shoes?
Yeah.
Well, if you took the time to do that, you could have tossed some boxer.
I'm not going to just go bare
umbrellas,
feet on the dirty carpet. That's gross.
But you only have one layer between your little butthole and the wall?
I'm not going to touch the wall.
Anyway, so the guy was thinking you were...
Yeah, and I'm turning around like, bro, and then there's no one there. And it's not an old man or woman. It is no one. And then I felt, though there's someone here with me,
Yeah.
but there wasn't. And so that's got to be a ghost.
That's chilling.
Yeah.
That's cool. I wonder what happened to him. Like he, you know,
I don't know again if it was a man or a woman.
or they might have been like, something else might have been taking too long, and
What
that's
do you
why
think?
well, if they're trying to get a message out, you know, that's usually why ghosts are still here. They have unfinished business, often about how they died or a message like that. Like in the movie Ghost. And
right.
Wherever you.
Is that it?
With the clay?
My love, isn't that? Not near, far, wherever. That's I think that is Titanic.
And Ghost is a different one.
It's okay.
It's some unfinished business that is taking too long.
Is that the last Whoopi Goldberg movie? Was Sister Act before or after that?
And the Steve Martin one starts with a B.
Bulworth? She's not in that. That's Warren. That's Warren Beatty.
That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah. People do confuse Warren Beatty and Steve Martin sometimes, I feel like.
Okay. I gotta say myself that I've never had one, and I've always wanted to, but I've got a good scary one from
Please.
Our friends. Our friends Steven and Carla, when they were together, they're now both married to other people. Mm-hmm. Were in New Orleans. You know that there's some ghosts down there. Yes. And they got their film camera back, and it was back when you had to develop it, and it was all shots of them sleeping.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And one they.
How could you even explain that any other way?
She would hate if I said this, but also one of her going number 2 with the door open, and it grabbed that too. But mostly them sleeping.
Why? Why would they do the other one?
Well, I think.
What's a ghost's motivation, and what is the unfinished business?
Unfinished business. There, it could have been,
constipated
a
or
perv. Oh yeah.
Oh, or yeah.
I thought it might be a perv. It was like I like watching people sleep and poop and stuff.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I'd love to see those photos if that's possible, but
I saw them, and it's hard to.
Not convincing.
Well, they don't look like them sleeping. That's the tricky part. You have to take their word for it.
It just looks like a bed?
They can point to you where the bed is, but
it's pretty far away.
It's more that it's like kind of light reflections and lens flash glares.
Okay. Was the camera placed back where they had left it, or did they get drunk and they didn't remember any of this? Doesn't matter either way.
I think the creepier version is not that.
No doubt.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have this come out in Halloween.
Not a bad idea.
Long ways from now, but I think we got some chills. Hopefully we delivered some chills.
I think so. Speaking of delivering chills.
Oh, God.
Today we are once again in the unenviable spot of having to announce the untimely passing of another member of the Business Trips family. Ryan, the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker, spelled M-A-C-H-E-R, was none of those things mentioned. He was the head accountant here at the studio, a lifelong bachelor, an avid collector of limited edition Wheaties boxes. He'd be more than happy to show you his Stallone and Drago from Rocky 3.
Mary Lou
Retton, and Michael Jordan. It had to be worth something anyway. And the proud father to 3 Cocker Spaniels. His last name is Maker, as I said, so despite the nickname being on the longer side, Ryan begrudgingly enjoyed hearing us call him the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker whenever we saw him in the break room reheating Chipotle. So Ryan was frugal and resourceful. We always said a frugal accountant is the kind of accountant you want on your team. And he would remind us that he wasn't our accountant. He was the studio's accountant.
Right.
It was always like, okay.
Splitting hairs a little bit, but we're like, it's more what the other part.
Yeah, you're missing the spirit of it. We're on the same team. We work here unless you know something we don't. And he would remind us that. he did leave us too soon. He was found in bed, which is how we always say that's where you want to go.
Lining. Yeah.
But the last report, foul play cannot be ruled out, which is it's a little bit of a here we go again.
Yeah. Because whenever I say I hope we all die in our beds, I don't mean beaten or whatever. I mean like kind of drifting off night with a bit of morphine
in your sleep or something. Why isn't there a Law and Order foul play? Or is it just because it's...
Well, isn't that basically like SVU in all the Law and Orders?
But wouldn't it be good to just do one that's just foul play?
Well, I think that's all of them. Do you mean that you think Law and Order is mostly natural causes? I think there's almost always something
that's
a little...
True. Our hearts go out to the extended family that we assume Ryan had. Sometimes we don't know.
Yeah.
It seemed like maybe
should
it's
have
hard
passed.
As well as the people at the shelter trying to find homes for his supposedly bitey dogs.
Yeah. I know. That's always hard, and they legally have to put that in the
gotta say that. You have
adoption
to
post.
Declare that.
Yeah, that these are very bitey. And they come as a package. I heard that they didn't want to separate that.
Well, that's always the thing is, and it makes it harder. It's easier to sell a set of, dining room chairs. It's harder to adopt, 3 dogs at once.
Yeah, especially they're over 100 pounds each.
They're
very
big.
bitey.
Their hair is long, and from the pictures, it looks like a couple of them. Not. Some dogs just have a harder time staying groomed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you what, they cornered me, and our parking lot is fenced in, and they had me in the corner for 20 minutes or so before he finally noticed and came and was able to call him off. But
that kind of
I don't know
sucked.
what they wanted. I didn't have any food. What? Well, that was our platinum episode.
It would be great to get some more, I feel like our biggest fans they like to lay low like we do. We're not showy people.
Yeah. But maybe get a little showier and throw some questions and some of the critiques. I thought that in the end that critique may have made this a better episode.
John Wooden, I think, is the one who said this, but you don't learn nearly as much from winning as you do from losing.
Yes.
But it's also easier to say that if you're the winningest coach.
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. Lombardi said, "Give me the bad news first, and don't give me the good news after. Just do the bad," because he knew that would improve him.
Oh wow! Yeah, and I think not positive, but I think it was Joe Torre who said we're gonna keep doing what we do, and let Mariano be Mariano. And I think he's talking about Mariano Rivera, obviously.
I bet he was, yeah. And that's kind of an apropos way to end, because we are going to be like Mariano.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. This is
Business
trips.
Trips.